coming at you from the Roaring Cat Retreat. You've seen Mark in our earlier videos, but today I just wanted to introduce myself, and I'm going to introduce a couple of our cubs that we have here at the Roaring Cat Retreat in Grand Bend, Ontario. This here is Bella. She is about a year old, and we've had her since she was pretty little, and we bottle fed her and looked after her, and she's a really sweet cat. She's a sweetheart. She's a bit feisty, but she is a good girl. So this is Bella, and she's a just sort of your regular African brown lion. Okay, so that's our Bella girl. And then over here we have, this is Troy. And Troy, he is about a year old as well. And what Mark's going to be talking about today is how cats are different from each other. Each one has their own personalities. They're very different from one another, and just kind of learning how to read cats. Troy is a white lion, and one day he'll have the big white mane, and it's pretty special. There's not too many of these guys left in the world, so we're pretty happy to have Troy join us here. And he is such a good cat. He's very docile. Whereas Bella girl, she's a little more feisty. Aren't ya? She's a little more feisty than Troy. But we love them both. And I'm going to give it over to Mark, and he's going to sort of go over some of the signs of what makes a cat have their different personalities, the different signs to watch for, that type of thing. So Mark, I will let you go for it.
So I take it no one's been able to talk you out of getting a lion or a tiger, and you're trying to figure out why your tiger or your lions don't act like the ones that you see on YouTube. Well, for starters, you're obviously not going to see bad cats on YouTube because it's just not going to work. So anyone can show you an adult cat that has a very good personality. It worked out well for them, and you may be wondering why you're having more troubles with your cat. You just don't see how it is that they've been able to end up with an adult that's just so tame, and you're having so much troubles getting your cat to fall into line and behave. There is no magic answer. The honest answer is there are very, very different cats. You've got a cat like Bella here, and she will always be a challenge. You can see her ears are always back. She's always in the hunt mode. She's always looking for trouble. And she is one of those cats that is just a little more aggressive and a little more self-assured of herself than the others. And if you're lucky and it's your first cat and you've started at a young age, you may have one like Troy over here. Now Troy is always going to be the easiest type of cat to train down and get to adulthood without him hurting you. And that is just because he is so docile. He is just really always just out for happy. He's not looking to be boss. He's not looking to take the food first. He doesn't need the toy first. If someone else grabs the toy, he just lets it go. It's not worth the fight. It's the same with food. He takes his food, moves aside, and he eats it. Does he get a little aggressive? Yeah, absolutely. Food's always something that they do get aggressive over. But what I'm gonna do is, I have a large female over here, so I got there she is right there yawning. I got about a 4-year-old female. Her name's Gabby. She's been in videos before. I'm gonna bring her over and introduce her to the babies. And now they have been together before. They were together when they were about 3 months old. And they played for a while. They probably played up till about 6 months, and then we're in Canada, so we just went through a winter. A little tough to do a lot of interacting through the winter, and so we're almost into May here, so we're getting back into socializing the cats with each other. And I'm gonna let you see what I mean by completely different personality types. I just picked a scab in his ear, that's why he did that. So I'm gonna let you see different. My guess is Bella is gonna be very aggressive against her, and he's gonna be very submissive. So let's bring the female in, the large female in. We'll get Tammy out of the pen. She does not work with the with the large cats with the cameras because it's just too hard for her to see what's going on around her. So out she'll go, and she'll be videotaping it from behind the enclosures. And again, we just do that for safety. I know you've heard me say before that I don't work with any more than 2 cats at a time. This will be unusual, but these 2 are babies, and I think this is going to give you a real good example of the different personalities that you can see in at cats, and it might give you a good idea of what kind of cat you have if you're working on training one. So here we go. This is her meeting up. As I said, look at this. She's already thinks that she can be boss over this 450-pound cat. Look at her ears are back, ready to be aggressive, and she walks over to Troy. Let's see how Troy is with her. Now this video may get a little bit long, and we may have to cut it up so that we can get interaction, because we just brought this cat in, so now she needs to check out the pen, make sure that everything's safe. But let's see here once she calms down if we can get her to interact with the different cats. So it might look a little choppy here, but we're going to show you the different cats, how she starts to interact. And again, they haven't seen each other it's been at least 6 months. And but this will also give you an idea of actually how calm and nice these cats are. So watch Bella here. She's probably going to try to be boss. Very aggressive. Yep. See? Very aggressive. So if you're having troubles with a cat and you're having troubles getting it to this point, it may not be you. It's like saying a dog's a dog or a horse is a horse. They range so far that unless you can see that and it's your first cat and you've only got the one, you may never know that you just have a cat that just may never be docile enough for you to get to the point where you have this one-on-one action with them. Now, even though I say that she is the way she is, I will be able to train her down for sure. But look at Troy. He's very, very completely submissive. Where she is going to go after her, I guarantee it. Like that's the way she is. That's her personality type. Where he's going to lay back more. He's going to be more calm, not as worried. He's not worried about, you see, even she's right now over here protecting him to that point, which is a very, very odd thing to see. But she actually thinks that she's keeping Troy protected. Come see the water gaps. Whoa! Whoa! See, but again, you look at Gabby here, even though she's 4 years old, she was just like Troy. She was a very submissive cat. And not overly brave, not out to explore the world. Really just happy to be safe, happy to know her surroundings. And so again, it's really hard to explain why I am going to, you will see over the years, I will get Bella to the point where she will be like this. She will calm down. But if this is your first cat and you're trying to get a cat to this point, it may not work out. You just may not have the skills that you need to see the behavior and get that behavior under control. If that's the case, and you do insist that you want to have a lion for whatever your reason is, I'm not here to judge anyone for what reason they have to have a lion. I'm not here to suggest it's a good idea. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but I am telling you that don't think a lion is a lion. So you see Mark, or you see Richard, or you see many, many people out there with videos where they're very successful. It doesn't mean they did it with their first cat. So I do it with all these ones, but I do it every day. And I'm out here working with them. And I do see the signs very quickly. So when I see the signs, I can start working on it for myself to get them under control. You may not notice them. And you're gonna see my videos are very much gonna focus on seeing the issues more than anything else, because that's where the safety comes from. You have to be able to see the issues before they start. You need to see the aggression. You need to see that in the cat before you're going to have any chance of getting to this point where you've heard me or say, I trust this cat 100% as much as you can trust a lion. In other words, as far as lions go, I trust her. And that's not to say one day, you know, she couldn't accidentally hurt me with a claw, hurt me with her tooth. I couldn't accidentally step on her tail and her misjudge it as aggression from me. You got to remember, their triggers are much closer to the surface than a dog that had, or like a dog that's been domesticated for, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of years. You know, we have their triggers under control. We have, we got them so they're comfortable with us. They look to us for strength. But you step on her paw, she can think that you're coming after her. And in the lion kingdom, that is how fast it happens. They go at each other and they're constantly battling for position. And, you know, they can really easily misjudge a simple mistake as an act of aggression. And again, that's where you need to be able to see it. And I'm going to show you a lot of other skills too, a lot of body language. I see people on YouTube stepping away from cats a lot, and it's the worst thing you can do. You always step in and you never run away. So here's Troy, getting a little bite. But he is not going to be aggressive, not in the way you're going to see. Bella will actually, I bet you, chase this cat away. She will be that aggressive if Gabby comes in and tries to do what she just did with Troy. I would bet you anything she would chase her. But these are two good cats. Don't get me wrong. We're not looking at a cat on a scale of 1 to 10 that, you know, Bella's 10 the worst and Troy's 1 the best. No, not at all. They're both very, very trainable cats, and they both will be very good with people. But I did want to show you that here is the difference. Gabby's going in to say hi. How are you, Troy? Troy's laying over on his side, almost on his back, which is by far, to show their stomach, is the absolute in submission. And I'm going to guess that she's going to lay down too. She's going to want to show that she's not here to hurt them. And she's probably at a certain point here, she might lay down close to him and just show, hey, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to hurt anyone. Don't you push me in the water, baby. No, don't you push me into the water. But like I said, two very trainable cats, but if you're having trouble with your cat, your lion, your tiger, it just means you have it on a different scale as far as ease goes. Troy is going to be easy. Bella is going to be a little bit more work, is basically what I'm getting at.